Hey, Aries, intuitive soul coach here with your April 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Aries and take a look at all things related to love. Whether you are currently single, partnered up, perhaps you're going through a challenging situation with someone close to your heart, we'll dive into it all. Just a friendly reminder, these are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. And boy, oh boy, do you have some things showing up for you in Aries season. You have the cinnamon stick, which is about intense passion. You have the garlic, which is strong potential. And in the near future, you have the fertility along with hearts, which is love and relationships. So definitely a high focus on relationships in the present and in the near future as well. So let's start off with the recent past. So regardless of relationship status, you may have been looking to spice things up a little bit with this cinnamon stick. This is about intense passion, being able to follow your desires, your interests, your dreams, your goals when it comes to relationships with others, including the relationship you have with yourself. In the recent past, some of you may have they're giving me sparkle and glitter. So whether that means you have taken a look at your appearance and you may have changed the way that you look. Some of you may have literally put on some sort of sparkle or glitter. For others of you, this is about sparkling up a situation that may have felt a little bit dull. So if you were in a relationship, there may have been intense passion between you and another person. Or if you were in a relationship that you've been in for quite some time, you are ready to make some changes. This is about reigniting that spark. Some of you felt quite magnified in your energy. It wouldn't surprise me to see that King or Queen of Wands showing up, because I feel like you were stirring things up in the recent past, and it's going to lead to some really beautiful changes in your near future. So in the month of April, brand new month, brand new year for you. This is a time for growth, strong potential. So if you just got into a relationship, Aries, this has the potential to really grow into something quite beautiful. For others of you, if you've been dealing with a complicated matter, I am sensing that there's mending, there's healing and coming together. Now, when we do these love readings, it's not just romantic love. If you are single, this could be love for your friends, for your family members, your children, and a love for yourself as well. So I do feel here that there's strong potential in the month of April to open your heart up, Aries. Open your heart up to a brand new level of vulnerability. That is the key here. So being vulnerable with your partner, being vulnerable with those that are in your energy field is going to actually lead to great changes, and the potential between the both of you to form a really wonderful union, a relationship, a friendship is going to be strong in the month of April. And if you are looking for love, boy, oh boy, is it coming in here, Aries. This also shows up in your future with the water jug, which talks about creativity and fertility. Now, some of you are getting creative in the near future on how to find love. You're spicing things up and getting creative. You're getting creative with your partner on maybe taking up a new hobby, a new class, sparking it up maybe in the bedroom. There are different ways that you can put a little bit of a spin or a twist. You can travel, take vacation. Do be mindful. I am seeing the Empress energy. If those of you that are looking to get pregnant or start a family, then this could be the month for you in the near future. Even April leading into finding out that there's a pregnancy in April, or even May. If you're not looking for that, or if you're out of that range, then you can just disregard. But I am sensing that a lot of you are in that Empress energy where you're feeling good, you're feeling abundant, you're feeling like nurturing a situation, a relationship, you're putting the time and energy into yourself as well. So when it comes to love and relationships in all shapes, sizes, and forms here, this is something that's going to grow and expand for you. So if you are single and looking for love, it certainly looks to be showing up here basically at your doorstep. You may be finding new creative ways to put yourself out there instead of just, swiping right on Tinder or Bumble, something of that nature. You may dive further in and take a look at other modalities or other platforms. So I feel like you're getting creative about how you meet new people. For those of you that are in a relationship and it is solid, but you would like to add a little bit more spice or more pizzazz to bring you both closer together, this is the perfect time to do so. And for those of you that are in a situation where maybe you've parted ways, you may be separated, or you still have this person on your mind, I do feel like you are making decisions that are going to impact you and your future with this person and for yourself in a very positive, very abundant way. There is strong potential here to make decisions based on not just the heart, but based on your intuition, because I'm getting here the High Priestess. So let's dive into your energy here and take a look at what's showing up for you in the month of April. We're going to use the Muse Tarot. For those of you that are interested in any of the decks that are used during your reading or any above, you can find all of that information in the description box below. All right, so it wouldn't surprise me to see the Empress, the Emperor, King or Queen of Wands. I'm also getting High Priestess, and then we may see some Knights as well, because I do see love coming in here. Ooh, right away. All right, what do we have here for the main energy? We have Four of Voices. This is all about recovery, right? It is recovery after an argument or recovery after feeling like you weren't moving in your relationship. Okay, for some of you, yes, you've went through a heartache, you've undergone some sort of disappointment, but this is the time for you to stir things up in a positive way. Spice things up with the cinnamon stick here. So when the Four of Voices show up, some of you may be even taking a vacation. Some of you may be taking a warm bubble bath with rose petals here, just taking some time out for you. Or if you are in a partnership, this is about disconnecting from the world, disconnecting from society, and just focusing on either yourself or the two of you. When this Four of Swords shows up, it's about healing. It's about self-love, renewal, and rejuvenation. So if you have been obsessing about a relationship, obsessing about your love life, or if you've really been over-analyzing, this is the time for you to switch things up a little bit and to be creative, which you have showing up in the near future. How can you approach this situation in a brand new way? How can you see it from a different angle, a different perspective? So allowing yourself to step back and pause, it's actually going to open you up to new ideas, new creative ideas that can bring about a lot of shifts and changes in your frequency when it comes to how you put out love and how you receive it. Because I do sense here this heart chakra has been through a lot, Aries, but you are opening up your heart, and that's what the Four of Swords says. Don't close yourself down. Don't overthink things. If your mind needs a rest, if you've been, again, overanalyzing a situation or thinking too deep into it, this is time for you to just get away from the grind. Take a little bit of time out, a vacation, a weekend getaway, because that will be the best for you and best for a relationship if you are in one. The challenge for you is quieting that noise with the Five of Swords. So Five of Swords, some of you Aries may be dealing with an air sign as well, or just communication. Communication is something that we as couples, we as singles, we're always striving to become better at, whether it's an intimate relationship, whether it's communicating with our boss, our friends, our family, our employees, and our spouse or significant others. So I am sensing here the Five of Swords is about knowing when to walk away from a situation because it's just not worth fighting over, or coming up with a new creative plan or a solution to bring more happiness, joy, love, and romance and that spark into this union here. You can see the I believe they're called anise stars, anise stars. It is a spice that you can add to things. It spices things up. So the star represents healing here. So you absolutely are healing, and being able to heal yourself, even if you are in a relationship, will contribute to the healing of the relationship as well. It's when we can look inward and say, how do I play this role? How do I contribute to the success or the failure of this relationship, right? And this is about you taking a look inward, and that's actually going to create more passion, more desire, more love, and more happiness in your world. But you may need to choose your battles. Aries, choose your battles. There is a time and a place for everything, and you can stay calm and not have to step into some sort of drama, some sort of negativity or argument. Remember the saying that Colette Baron Reid always says, not my circus, not my monkeys. So it's important for you to know when to fight for something, know when to walk away. And I do feel for you, if you've been teetering on that edge, a lot of you have this new desire, this new energy, this new surge of passion that is bubbling up within you, and you're deciding to make decisions based on that desire and that passion here. You're getting creative. You're feeling quite fertile on planting the seeds and taking something to the next level as well, whatever that may look like for you, but especially when it comes to love and relationships. So whether you are committing to a relationship 100%, whether you are taking it to the next level, moving in with each other, maybe getting engaged. For others of you, if it's not heading in an upward level, let's say you just keep spiraling and going backwards, you're going to have a serious talk with someone, or you're going to decide to part ways, is what I feel here. Let's take a look and see what's in your foundation. What's in the foundation? Queen of Voices, Libran energy here. You're getting a lot of swords. So I absolutely feel that communication has been challenging for you when it comes to matters of the heart. Now, the Queen of Swords, she can come across as a little bit aloof sometimes, where she can come off as cold. She can come off as a little bit brash. And it doesn't mean that she doesn't have a heart. She just gets up in her head sometimes, and she can be very blunt. She can tell you how it is. She doesn't want to sugarcoat things. She says, this is how I see it going. And she lets that analytical and logical mind tend to steer the ship sometimes instead of her emotions or feelings. So she may be quick to cut things off, cut things out, instead of working through some communication mishaps or some communication setbacks as well. But I feel like you are getting clear, because this is representing your foundation, what's built within you. You're getting clear and saying, isn't it in my best interest to shut my heart down, or to open this area up and be vulnerable? And that is a life lesson that we all have to endure and go through here, Aries. So I do feel when it comes to being vulnerable with another person, you have to let your guard down. And when you do, you're going to see that there's strong potential here to attract love, to take something to the next level, or to make choices that are going to help you bring in the type of union, type of love, type of trust that you desire and that you want. One of the bravest things that we can ever do, not just in a relationship, but for our own selves, is to be vulnerable, take the risk. And so many people decide that instead of opening themselves up to love, that they're just going to play it safe. That way they won't get hurt, right? But that is not bravery. That is not courage. That in a sense is something that it's important for you to evolve through and grow through. I mean, if you are embodying this Queen of Swords, you have the clarity, you know what you need to do. It just may be difficult sometimes to communicate, especially when you are communicating with an air sign, and you Aries are a fire sign, and things can get heated up, and that air can blow all around, and that it can cause a wildfire at times with the person that you are trying to communicate with. So let's take a look at the past. What's going on in the past for Aries? Some of you may have strong Libran or air placements in your chart, or you may be dealing with one. Two of inspiration, two of wands, trying to plan your future, trying to plan what are the next steps? What should I do? Right? A little bit in the head, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So lack of fully making a committed effort, a committed choice to move forward. And I feel like it has to do with opening up your heart. Do I stay? Do I leave? Do I give this person a second chance? Do I not? Do I open up to love and start dating again? Or do I hold myself back because I don't want to get hurt, right? Two of wands is the thinking, the choices, the partnerships, the duality, the reflection, right? You're reflecting on the past, in the past position here, and you're taking a look and saying, what decisions do I need to make that are going to help me open up to this strong potential? How can I be creative? How can I attract and be in the energy here of love and relationships? Feel this intense passion. I am getting something interesting as well. Please take this as it resonates. Some of you may be in a union, whether you're with them physically or not, where there's a lot of intense passion between the both of you on a chemistry type of level. You have the chemistry, but physical attraction as well. And the fighting may actually bring you together. Now, is that healthy? Probably not, but I do feel like there's an intense passion where after an argument, after a fight, after some sort of difficulty, it's almost as it brings you together. And you know how that goes. It can be makeup or breakup. And I feel some of you have teetered on the edge of that makeup or breakup. Or sometimes you feed into that energy or someone feeds into that because the makeup piece is the best part of it. I do sense here that there's a choice or decision that needs to be made around how you want to open yourself up to new love or to the existing love that's in your life. Let's take a look and see what's above you. What are you manifesting, Aries? What are you manifesting? King of Wands, there he is. Yes. So whether you're female or male, it doesn't matter, but this is masculine energy of that King of Wands that I was picking up on. And this is also you. Right? This is someone who takes charge of their destiny, someone who's active, passionate, very driven. He's a leader and he's very charming, very adventurous, very warm. So whether this is you opening yourself up fully to this intense, passionate relationship, beginning, or love, this is also could be someone you are manifesting into your world. You want someone who's going to spice things up, someone spontaneous, someone who wants to travel, try new restaurants, go out to maybe a theater, do things with you, but also worldly. And they're able to hold a conversation. I just heard here, hold a conversation instead of, how was your day? Fine. What did you do today? Not much. Instead of the surface, and especially for those of you that have been in a relationship for quite some time, it's going to be important to spice things up a little bit because the mundane and the usual or the routine can start to get a little bit boring, right? And you want to spice things up. For those of you looking for love, or if this is a King of Wands in your life, or this is you're going big or going home. I love this. So King of Wands, he is charming. He has the charm. He can charm anyone. And I do feel here that you are ready to take a leap. And for those of you that are females here, some of you may have something with braids in your hair, whether you have a braid now. I actually have a braid in my hair right now, but this is someone who either has, I'll just tune it in there. They may have braids. It could be someone that you meet with braids, or even, I'm also getting kind of dreadlocky here. So please take that as it resonates. So King of Wands, your energy, what you're opening up to, what you're attracting. Beautiful. Let's take a look and see what's showing up in the near future. What do we have in the near future for Aries? The Hierophant. Hello, commitment. This is also taking a look at the past beliefs that you held around a situation. So let's say that you've been around, or you've attracted some very doozy of relationships, right? People who've been emotionally detached, unavailable. Maybe they've cheated. Maybe they've broke your heart, or you've ended up with addicts, or whatever it is, right? On the negative sense, maybe you've attracted these type of people. So maybe you've set a limiting belief for yourself that is, well, all men are going to cheat, or all women are going to break my heart. Whatever those beliefs are for you, I feel like you're taking a look at and you're saying, you know what? what I'm doing hasn't worked. I need to come up with this new creative, inspiring new belief that allows me and helps me head towards more commitment. So I feel like you're diving into your traditions, you're diving into the beliefs, the Hierophant, as well as some of you may have felt like you had to go in a certain direction, or you were stuck based on maybe a religious upbringing, or you thought you had to stay in a union because that's what you did in a marriage, things of that nature. You're breaking free from tradition. And I feel some of you are actually you may be exploring your sexuality. You may be taking a look at things in a different way. You may be saying, well, I've always thought I wanted to get married, but it's okay if, we live together and we never get married, right? It's just a piece of paper. Or some of you, this isn't going to resonate with all of you. Maybe you've always been with a male and you may decide, well, maybe I want to try playing this side of the ball game, right? So I feel like a lot of you are doing things in a new way. And when the Hierophant shows up here, it's not just about commitment, but it is about you committing to a new set of beliefs for yourself and breaking free from traditions. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get married, or, you'll be in female-male relationship. That's not at all what I'm saying here. I just feel like you are testing some new boundaries that you have for yourself, but in a positive way, because you're saying that didn't work for me. I'm attracting the same type of people, or I'm doing the same thing. What is the underlying common denominator? And that's something you're looking at, and you're finding what that denominator is. And you're saying, maybe I need to switch up a little bit because I see the role that I am bringing to the table as well. Now, for others of you, there is a commitment here, and you may be making a commitment with another person to grow, to evolve, and to transform together. Now let's take a look at what you are telling yourself. What are you telling yourself here in the month of April? Page of Inspiration, beautiful. There's a page energy. This is all about you being open to new ideas, new beginnings, and take a look at her. She's vibrant. She has that flowing blue hair, red hair. Some of you may meet someone who is quite eccentric, quite colorful in their energy. And it could be someone who is very vivacious, very charming. They love to travel. They love to try new things. They may even look in a different way from your usual, but they're the life of the party. They bring out a lot of happiness and excitement. And it's as if they have this aura about them that's not only independent, but it's playful. And this Page of Wands energy, whether this is you, because I feel like this is the energy that you are putting in, where you are passionate and you're eager and you're excited and you're enthusiastic, and you may have felt a little bit bored in the past, but now you're ready for a brand new opportunity. You're ready to grow, you're ready to evolve, and you're ready to commit. But I feel like you're playing, you're having fun along the way. You're committing to your own path, even if that means someone is in your energy, right? Even if you are partnered up, you're committing to bringing fun to the mix. So for example, let's say a Friday night rolls around and you really want to go roller skating, right? And you want your partner to go roller skating, and you say, honey, let's go roller skating. Let's go have fun. And your partner hums and haws and they say, well, I don't know if I really want to go roller skating. I might break a hip, right? This is about you saying, I'm going to go with my friends, or I'm going to go by myself, and I'm just going to have fun. So I feel like you are letting that inner child have some fun, get out there and play. Find new friends. You're opening yourself up. Some of you may be going on a date. They are showing me a roller rink. So whether this is roller skating, whether it's ice skating, or you may be meeting with a person near a roller rink, please take that as it resonates. Or you get asked to go on a date and go roller skating. I think you will have the time of your life. Page of Inspiration, new beginnings, new optimism, and new enthusiastic fun coming into your world. Let's take a look at the external environment. What is showing up around you, Aries? Ace of Voices, communication, which is beautiful. You're having a breakthrough, and we've seen all the swords in the beginning here of your reading. So I definitely sense that some of you are communicating better, a lot better, especially after a time of maybe more arguments, miscommunication, when when the planets start to go all hairy and all haywire, I feel sometimes that can affect us, but also there's just some miscommunication where it doesn't seem like you're on the same page with this person. You're going to see that you have this beautiful streak, whether it is a week, hopefully it's the entire month, or it's something that you've both learned and you're able to effectively communicate with each other more and more because you're letting your guards down and becoming vulnerable. But there's a conversation that you are having with someone new, someone old, or even with yourself about how you need to move forward and how you can cut through, because that's what the swords are all about, the voices here, how you can cut through any barriers. And this is Ace of Voices, which has to do with communication, right? So Ace of Swords, it's definitely about truths coming out, logic, but also being able to come up with an action plan on taking the next steps forward. So let's take a look at your hopes and fears. What are hopes and fears here for Aries? Muse of Voices. So King of Swords. You have the Queen of Swords. Some of you want your perfect partnership, right? You want your person. This is your soulmate for a lot of you. This is your counterpart. This is your other half, your missing puzzle piece. You want this person in your world. It could be a Gemini, could be an air sign. For others of you, I feel like this is about communicating in the best way that both of you can, because the King and Queen of Swords can be one of the most challenging couples. They can be one of the most challenging couples because of their communication skills. But when they master how to communicate, which the key, you might want to write this down, the key is vulnerability. We must be vulnerable. We must let our guard down. We must trust. We must believe. We must respect, right? We have to do these things and contribute, because both of you and the other person, play a role in this relationship. And some of you, if someone throws daggers at you and says you can't communicate, or you can't do this, or you cause arguments, both of you, it takes two to tango, right? Both of you need to work on communication styles. So take a look and see where the miscommunication is coming from. I feel like you're finding solutions. And for those of you that have been single and said, Melissa, I haven't even had anyone to talk to, that's about to change, because a lot of you are finding your counterpart. So make sure that you open yourself up, be truthful, be honest with each other, get clear about what you want out of a relationship and the boundaries that are in relationships that people you wouldn't think you need to set, but sometimes it can be break traditions, right? And maybe you have a different outlook on, marriage, or you have a different outlook on children, or I'm just sensing here you talking about those things now. If this is a new relationship, can really help you flourish or help you decide if this is your partner. And for others of you, it's going to be important to have a conversation with your significant other or partner. Get truthful and honest about what you need and how that person can help you. Because a lot of times we assume, right? You know what they say, when you assume, I feel like you are letting this person know, instead of assuming that they can read your mind, right? It's about communication. The final outcome. There's that High Priestess. Beautiful. Truth, honesty, right? It is about you trusting your intuition. When the High Priestess shows up, yes, there's mysteries. We don't always know how something is going to turn out, but just because we don't know what the final outcome is, doesn't mean that we have to ride through our heart with a wall, with a block, right? Icy, and we have to hold it up and we don't ever let love in. This is saying trust your intuition to lead the way. Trust your intuition to help you, be open, be vulnerable towards your next steps. You may have a feeling about a person. You may say that this is my person. I just know it. I really feel like this is my twin flame, or this is my soulmate. This is my other half. You may feel like you've known this person before in lifetimes. You probably have. There could be a new spark within you, right? With this intense passion. And you say, I just feel it in my bones that someone is coming in, that my partner, my soulmate, I'm going to meet them this month. Trust your intuition. If something feels off, then it probably is, but also make sure that it's not a trigger. And that's why you have the Hierophant showing up for you as well. Make sure that these aren't old beliefs that are suppressed within the body. And you may say, well, how do I know the difference between a belief, a limiting belief, and my intuition? The intuition is that subtle, calm, peaceful energy that comes in to help guide the ship, right? Help navigate you, help you understand. That belief is the fear, right? Oh my gosh, that person's going to cheat, or that person's doing something they shouldn't, or that person thinks that I'm not this or not that, right? It's that fear that brings in the limiting belief of a situation that may have been true in the past, or maybe something that's happened in the past. But trust, because this high priestess here, she doesn't always have to speak. She doesn't always have to say what's on her mind, but she listens. And so when this communication comes towards you, make sure you listen to understand, not listen to respond. And that is a big issue with communication these days, is before someone even gets off their chest what they want to say, the other person has already halfway through forgot what that person was saying, or just completely tuned out because they're thinking of how to respond. They're thinking, I need to respond and tell them this, or really truly listen to understand what the other person is saying. And then once you've understood it, then clearly think of, how you want to respond to the situation. And that's going to help you with your communication. But some of you are really tuning in. You're seeing the signs, you're seeing the synchronicities. You may be dreaming about this person. You may even feel them calling or feel them texting right before they do. So I do sense that there is a relationship, or there is a union, that it's important for you to trust in your gut, trust in your intuition here, Aries. Very beautiful. All right. Lastly, let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have for Aries love, April 2023? Oh, you have a great one here. Exchanging gifts. Now, some of you may have a birthday on the 27th. Maybe you're 27 years old, or you have a life path or personal year that is a 2, a 7, or a 9. And this is all about the law of giving and receiving. It's about trade-offs, weighing costs and determining value. And the love message is this: love is an exchange of life force energy between two beings. It grows exponentially when it's reciprocated. You must give and receive in order for love to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all the blessings waiting for you, as well as offer the same gift in return. Open your heart and allow it to be filled. Let love in and let it flow out of you too. Love is truly yours today. Beautiful energy. This is about opening up that heart chakra, which we talked about, Aries. So for you, in all areas of love, it looks to be a very beautiful month for new beginnings, and to have fun, to play, to enjoy yourself, to go on vacations, maybe hit up that amusement park, go roller skating, take a new class, or start a new hobby, or say yes to maybe signing up on that social media platform, or dating that cute barista from the coffee shop. Whatever this is here for you, Aries, say yes and open your heart up, because you may just surprise yourself. All right, beautiful souls, that is what I have for you. If this reading resonates, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.